Raising Unicorns.
Harmon Brothers.
All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Marketing Headlines. With me today is the amazing, wonderful Shae
I'm
McCombs.
Shae. This is Shane. We're almost the same name. Get over it.
Get over it.
It's time for the Marketing Headlines.
Walmart is entering the TV show business.
What?
They're releasing they're calling it a rom-commerce.
A rom-commerce.
It's
like
a-
e-commerce, but rom-commerce.
It's a TV show that's a rom-com. It's called Add to Heart. Like add to cart. Are you kidding me? It's not out yet. It's coming out December 2nd. I can only imagine, which is so
gosh.
funny. I love that they're advertising it as like, yeah, we're going to make a bunch of romance marketing puns in our audience. If you like
You're
Hallmark,
just going to love it. If you love Walmart and Hallmark, you're in for a treat.
they're about to have a very romantic baby.
Oh, man.
And come and watch.
And everything you see in the show, you can buy.
Yeah, so that's the thing.
Is that the shtick?
Yes.
Oh
okay,
my
wait.
gosh.
Okay, first off, 23 episodes.
Oh my gosh.
So
What is this,
they're-
1995? Nobody has 25 episode runs of anything anymore.
Right. Yeah, exactly. This is like Parks and Rec era, and they're expecting people to stick around for that long.
Oh my gosh.
This is like the ultimate long form. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
It's like old school broadcast stuff. Like,
Right.
that's nuts.
right, it's such a big leap. The other shtick is they're gonna try and put in as many product placements as possible.
So they're like, they're like leaning into it.
You know, there's a part of me that's like, I will watch the first
There's
episode.
some morbid curiosity.
Right.
For sure.
What's gonna happen? How cheesy is this gonna be? Is there gonna be a script, or is it just gonna be the Truman Show? Like,
Yeah.
honey, drink this cocoa.
It's so
$5.99."
refreshing.
Yeah.
That's great, honey. That's amazing.
Who are you talking to?
Yeah.
Right? So I'm so curious, and I think a lot of people will too. But I wonder.
Okay, I do want your opinion on this, Shae.
Okay, yeah.
Because we've talked about this a lot at Harmon Brothers, because
Yeah.
there's always this evolution of advertising of what it looks like.
Right.
And the streaming platforms have presented a very strange challenge, because traditional advertising played in between and commercial breaks on broadcast television, but now with streaming, people have the option to just have no advertising be present. Is there a scenario, I don't think this is it, but setting Walmart aside for a second, do you think there's a scenario where a TV show can adequately do product integration into it where it doesn't feel like they're being a total shill?
I think so. I think in every movie, people are sweeping, people are driving. And I think if you don't call
Every movie.
They're
sweeping and driving.
Either you're sweeping
Done.
or you're driving, baby.
That's the only two genres of film: sweeping and driving.
That's what I watch. Snow White and and Fast and the
Fast and
Furious.
Furious franchise. Nothing else exists, right?
Yeah. So I feel like if you're incorporating those and maybe you see the brand, people on their laptops, I feel it's not uncommon
Sure.
to notice, hey, that's an Apple. And I think that's great. And I don't know, in the Barbie movie, there was a car. I can't remember what it was.
It's a Corvette.
So it was a Corvette, was
Yeah.
it?
Are you talking about the one that she drives in the movie, or like the dream world, or the one that the mom drives?
The mom
blue,
drives.
like
Yeah.
Kia, I think.
Yes, and it had a 10-second interval where it like does a full turnaround of the car and you watch it drive away, and everyone called that out and they were like, really, Barbie, like putting in this product placement? But I'm also like, people were talking about it, and so
true.
you
But
know,
is
that a fail?
Because I think a lot of people's criticism is it doesn't ruin the art when it feels
Of the
like
movie.
when it feels like the monetization of it is creeping in outside of like the ticket price or
Yeah.
like the streaming, monthly service fee.
Yeah, and I also think to that point, I think Barbie, but like the whole thing is an ad.
Oh, the whole thing is
right?
for sure an ad.
But
But it's an ad, but you go in.
Yes.
I think the difference is when it falls apart for a lot of
feels
people
sneaky.
is like Michael Bay is super notorious for this. Like there's this one scene, I think it's like Transformers 4 or like 6, who knows, whatever. But there's the ship that crashes into a Bud Light like beer truck.
Yeah.
And then Mark Wahlberg gets out and he's like, hey, you worried about your truck? You worried about your truck? Well, let me take this beer, pop it open, drink some beer. And it's like the most, and it's like there's all these shots of it on the ground after. It's like where there's like, look at all these Bud Light cans that happen to be
Close-ups.
like not scratched and in perfect condition and ready to drink it. Oh yeah, that's refreshing. refreshing. Yeah, I don't care about your car. And it's like,
only $10.99. That's crazy.
yeah, like it's so cringy. That one, and then Zack Snyder got really called out on Superman, Man of Steel, because there's one shot where like Lois Lane is like climbing up in a alien ship, and she like puts this Nikon camera up there, and it sits there. The camera sits on her while she's climbing up for I see just like 7 seconds, which in a film feels like eternity. And there's like shots of IHOPs, like signs and stuff in there where it's clear they paid a ton of money to be prominently featured and have their restaurant blown up in a cool like superhero movie. I'm like so not convinced that this is like a thing, like unless it works for like plays into whatever the concept is, which is interesting that they're doing this. But I feel like for whatever reason, this is gonna sound terrible and probably a little bit elitist, but if Target did this, I'd be like, but maybe. But since Walmart's doing it, I was like, ooh, people of Walmart, gross.
The bourgeois has spoken. Shae.
It's not even like, that's the thing, it's not even like they're not even that far apart in price point, but they have a way better brand where it feels less
Target
gross.
Purposefully tries to be aesthetic. So if you think about, like Target's, their brands, like the Threshold Household or like Magnolia and Marketplace or whatever. It's like, if they put that
their
in
private
a show,
label brands are like, those have like, that's like, they're not that bad.
But there's a trailer. Do you want to watch it?
Oh my gosh. Yes. So bad.
Jessica?
Give me a sign.
I'm like speechless. I have no idea.
How
Like
it's
it's
gonna go?
literally filmed in a Walmart store.
Yes. I love that they gave us no plot at
At
all
all.
in the trailer.
Well, I mean, kind of. She gets proposed and she says, no, I need to go home.
Yes.
I need time to think about the decision. That's the only plot she made. And then Walmart fairy sets her up
man.
with a man.
Yeah, fairy Walmart.
The fairy godmother from Walmart.
Fairy
Walmart mother.
Walmother.
Mother. We almost
We
got
found
there.
it, yeah.
We got it.
Yes.
We should do a return and report on this.
We
Of
should.
how bad was it?
Wait, we should watch it with The Office.
We should watch this with The Office.
Yeah.
And we'll do kind of our assessment of how well they did.
I think that'd be fun.
Well, this is like such a fascinating, and like Walmart's one of the biggest companies in the world, like, so they can afford to do this.
Right.
But this is like such a big gamble. And I'm curious to know, like, Amazon hasn't done this, and Amazon's a way now, because they already have a streaming platform, and they actually have shows that have actually been good, like Marvelous Miss Maisel, you know, like there's been Rings of Power and some other things that have been on there that have done really well.
Yeah.
So I'm curious why they haven't tried this first, and they already have the X-ray vision technology.
Right. I will say, I don't, like, the streaming sites that they have might impact how successful it is too, because like I don't think I have the Roku app. I don't think I have in BC, like, and I doubt most people do. So it'll be interesting, like if it were on Netflix or Amazon Prime, that seems like it would be a way different success rate, you know.
I'm like fascinated by this. Absolutely fascinated.
Yeah. Next headline. Okay, so Shopify stores did 9.3 billion
Woo!
in Black Friday and Cyber Monday sales.
9.3 billion. That's crazy.
So that's an all-time record, and it's a 24% increase from last year.
Yeah. So interesting story. My daughter, she's 10. She's just really getting into like buying stuff for herself, like a little like cute little purses, like into press-on nails right now. It's cute.
That's cute.
But she like really wanted to go out on Black Friday because like to go shopping with her mom.
Yeah.
And I was like, good luck. It's going to be psycho. And then they go out there and it was dead.
Nothing.
It was like empty.
Whispers.
Yeah. There was nothing. There was like nobody out. It was like an average Saturday
You
shopping
can hear
day.
crickets. It was less busy than some other Saturdays. Like, it was less busy than the Saturday before Thanksgiving.
I think that we've crossed this chasm where most, I would say like 90% of categories, people have gotten to the point where they're comfortable buying it online now, which is crazy.
And the other thing is the sales are not as crazy as they used to be. We talked about this.
Yeah.
And I saw a ton of people on TikTok who just like the light of Christmas had gone from their eyes. And they were like, I'm so sad. Black Friday sucks. Someone showed a thing that said Black Friday sale at Target, and then they took it off, and the normal price was the exact same. And so I think
So dirty.
right?
So dirty.
And so
Well, like I got an email. I'm trying to remember what company it was. It's like Black Friday, 5% off our entire site. I'm like 5%. It's not even sales tax, you butthole. I think this year specifically, there was a lot more sales. I actually read a Wall Street Journal article on this where they were saying there was a lot more sales earlier on.
Oh yeah.
And so it kind of took the wind out of the sail of Black Friday because so many things were already discounted. And if there was discounts like that are bigger during Black Friday, it was like marginal. It was like 30% versus 35%, you know?
Right. If you're going to have a sale, like lean in. If you're going to boost your Black Friday sale with ads or whatever, like lean into the online aspect of that, because it seems like just keeps getting more and more in that direction every year. Yeah. Okay, so this is kind of fun, kind of juicy, feels like gossip.
Oh, juicy. I love juicy stuff.
There's like a milk war going on right now.
A milk war?
Yes, an advertising war. So
between who?
Big Milk, Big Dairy has been releasing ads to fight against plant dairy.
Like almond milk.
Oatly, Silk. So Big Dairy released an ad with Queen Latifah where she's saying like, stop shaming milk drinkers. We can watch it if you want to.
Let's do it.
It's
I always
fun.
like watching them. Yeah.
Have tried it at least once. Some people drink it every day, but recently, dairy deniers all over America are subjecting them to milk shaming.
I was running for city council until the local paper printed a picture of me for my college yearbook chugging milk at a frat party.
So that was the first ad from Queen Latifah.
Yes. So before this, who's that girl from Parks and Rec? Ludgate.
Aubrey Plaza.
Aubrey Plaza. So she did an ad too. It was just like, this isn't real milk. It's like made out of wood. That's not real milk. She got blasted for it because everyone was like, oh wow, you sold out to Big Dairy, huh?
So divisive.
But at the same time, you've got like Oatly coming out with like big ads that are really resonating with people. Silk came out with like a poster and an ad, I think, of Nepo babies with milk mustaches.
What's a Nepo baby?
People who are rich, their kids who have an easier time at like getting a job. So it says like, next milk is a better milk. Made from plants, tastes like milk, 75% less sugar. We're next, which is kind of fun, right? It's like the next generation of Nepo babies.
We got next.
Yeah, and we're next. Like the next generation is plant milk.
Yeah. Now I want to understand this debate on the. Are they taking a stance on why you should drink this better? It's like, is it because of there's less sugar in it? It's cow's milk is bad for you in general because there's some people that believe it's like you shouldn't do it. It's like bad for inflammation. It's bad for your gut biome, all that stuff.
Yeah.
Like, are they taking a stance on that, or just saying like, hey, it's not milk and has, maybe it's healthier for you, but in an ambiguous way?
I'm sure there's different levels. It seems like a big concern right now is like environmental
which is hilarious
issues.
Because almond milk, like in all almond farms in California, constitute like an absurd amount of their water use for dairy land or for farmland.
Yeah.
It's like ridiculous how much the water use is there.
Yeah, it's just kind of like a lose-lose situation.
I would ask you first this question. Do you think that it actually convinces anybody of it? Or is it just playing to the people who have already consciously made the decision of like, oh, cow's milk is gross. And I like that they're like kind of like playing at that and poking at that on cow's milk?
That's a good question, because that ad I thought was funny, but yeah, does it
change your mind? The Queen Latifah one, did it change your mind at all?
to drink milk?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Yeah, exactly. I love milk and it didn't change my mind.
It didn't change your mind about buying more either?
No, I mean, it's like nothing that didn't convince me to like do anything either way.
Yeah.
I'm like a weirdo though, because I feel like I would not be convinced by it unless there was like a peer-reviewed study that was like,
it's better for you.
It's really bad for your gut biome.
Yeah.
Or like causes IBS or whatever. And I'm like,
evidence backing it up.
Yeah. But then I'd be like, well, I don't have IBS. I've been drinking it for a long time.
So takeaway.
My takeaway is I think it can be really good when it's a brand that is not one's not going after the other of being like, this is gonna kill you and kill the world.
Yes.
I think maybe a better example would be Coke versus Pepsi.
Yeah.
Or I'm trying to think of other ones that have done this a little bit like playful back and forth.
Back and forth.
Like, Burger King and McDonald's did a little bit of this for a minute.
Oh yeah, I love those ads.
And they were fun and they were playful.
Very funny.
This one feels a little bit more like shots fired.
Mean-spirited,
Like kind of like going for the jugular.
That's true. All right. Well,
that was a great episode, Shae. Thank you so much.
Yeah, fun times. Fun
you know
with
what?
friends.
I'm going to surprise you next month. I'm going to prepare the headlines.
What?
Oh!
All right. Well, thanks, gang. And
see you next time.
This is Raising Unicorns.
Thank you for watching Raising Unicorns.
Subscribe now.